Hi, it's Jim Owens with Performance Strategies Group. Today we want to talk to you a little bit about leadership and something uncomfortable, and that's failure. If you're a leader today, or if you follow anyone, you just have to know that you as a leader are going to fail, and that the leaders that you follow are going to fail you. You're going to disappoint people and be disappointed in them from time to time. So what do we do when that happens? This morning I was speaking with a client who had been in a situation in which he had put someone in circumstances where that person was not really facing completely different circumstances. And while that individual didn't fail per se, the executive felt like he had failed her because he hadn't adequately prepared her for the circumstances that this woman would find herself in. And I was impressed by the fact that this executive was willing to take responsibility with the situation rather than blame the circumstances on someone else. There was a genuine desire to learn from the circumstances into which he had placed this person and not to repeat that mistake. A couple of my favorite books in life are one by John Maxwell called Failing Forward, in which Maxwell explores a number of very successful failures' lives. People like Walt Disney, who got fired from his first job because he didn't, quote, have any good ideas. And also Thomas Edison, I think, who was kicked out of school as a young child when he was told that he just wasn't smart enough to learn in a traditional schooling environment. So our lives, some of the most successful people in the world are rife with failures. You look at people who run for political office and they lose multiple times and eventually they prevail, some of whom become president of the United States and some of whom repeatedly attempted. The other book that I think is important in my life is a book by Richard Rohr, who's a Catholic theologian, and it's called Falling Upward. And that book is about spirituality in the second half of life. But it has a lot to teach me and others about what, quote, failure is and why it's important to fail. We can learn a lot from it, and we can learn a lot, and we can show our folks around us who we really are when we fail. I think as a leader and a manager, a boss in the past, one of the things I always appreciated in people was when they just acknowledged they screwed up. Because heaven knows I had to do it multiple times throughout my career as a banker. There were things that I didn't have the ability to do, that I was placed in situations where I didn't have the expertise or the knowledge to do it accurately or timely or in a manner that everyone was pleased with. And so hopefully most of those times I didn't throw anybody else under the bus. I didn't make any excuses about it. And I think if we as leaders can do that when we fail people, I think we have to know, we will fail from time to time, that we will disappoint people, and that if you're a follower, you will be disappointed in someone from time to time. But those are opportunities to go back and to acknowledge our shortcomings, to admit to our frailty, to be what we call authentic leaders, and to build more relationship equity with someone. We know that all the research is that an employee's engagement within an organization, his or her commitment to that organization, is largely determined by their relationship with their boss, and that people don't quit their jobs, they quit their boss more often than not. So if you're a leader today, I would challenge you, if you failed, not to grovel in it or to whine about it or to blame someone else in it. Just own it, learn from it, and move forward. And if you're a follower and someone has disappointed you in their leadership style, give them the benefit of the doubt. Perhaps go to them and ask them what happened, explain to them how you feel. If you felt betrayed or misunderstood, or that you weren't able to do something that you were certainly willing to do, but you were put in a situation that was difficult. And if we can be authentic and vulnerable with one another at business and in the organizations we serve, I'm convinced that we're going to be better teams. We're going to be more productive. If you're a leader, you're going to find out bad news fast, which is always important so that you can respond to things. You're not going to have to worry and wonder quite as much if people are following through. And if you're that follower, you're going to probably be inspired more. If you're the leader, you will inspire your folks more to follow you into challenging situations. And if you will take responsibility for yourself and for those around you, I'm convinced you will find that the mission in the organization you serve will be far more easily reached, and you'll have more fun doing it. So that's all we've got for today. I hope you've enjoyed looking at my little lavender shirt here on a Friday when I'm doing this. A beautiful sunny day in North Alabama. If you want to know more about us and the work we do in coaching, in strategic planning, and in leadership and sales process development and training, you can find us on the web at psghsv.com. We're about halfway through with our update to our website. There'll be some exciting downloads down there, at least they're exciting to me, some resources that you can get. You can hear me speak if you're interested in that, and you'll also find our blog instead of it taking you off to a WordPress site or something like that. You can find us on the web. You can find us on Facebook at PSG Org Dev or Performance Strategies Group. Just look for us that way. The same thing is Performance Strategies Group on Instagram, and of course you can find us on LinkedIn. You'll find our email there, my email. If you need something, please don't hesitate to email me, and we'll look forward to talking to you again very soon. I'm Jim Owens, and have a great day. Bye.